Hi friends, welcome to Webcam. In this video, I'm going to discuss a line chart in Power BI. So I will discuss how to create the line chart and why or where we need to use the line chart. And then I will discuss formatting options from Power BI for the line chart. Okay. So let's understand what is line chart. So line chart is the type of visualization that displays the data points connected by lines. Okay. And it is used for the various purpose. Okay, it can be used to show the trends, patterns, and changes over the time in the data. If you wants to compare the trends by various category, it allows us to create the lines for various categories. Then if you wants to predict the forecast or future trends based on the historical data, line chart is going to help us in that case also. Even to reveal the fluctuations of data, you can view the fluctuations, where the highest fluctuation, where is the lowest fluctuation in your line. So I mean the data, you can show that kind of graph by using line charts. Then to show the continuous relationship between two variables, line chart can be used. Okay, so there is one more chart called area chart. Both the type of charts are very similar, only difference is that area chart has filled the area below the line by that specific color of line. Okay, and but the purpose and all remains same for both the charts. Okay, let's see how we can create. Okay, let's before creating, okay, what we can do, we can create the table and then turn your visuals into the line chart. But yes, if you want to directly create the line chart, we can go and create the line chart also. So okay, so let's say if you want to view the data by the date hierarchy, if you want to view the trend, so what I will do, I will pick the date and I will drag the date in the x-axis. Okay, so that my uh, date fields or period field should be there on x-axis. Okay, so you can do this even if you don't drag on x-axis. Instead of that, if you drag on the uh, field, I mean the chart. Okay, so you can see that it automatically picked the period in the x-axis. Fine. Then obviously, since this is line chart and we are going to view the horizontal lines, so your value columns, meaning the numerical column, will be automatically dragged to, or dropped to the y-axis. Right. So this is how it creates the chart, right? And the line shows that the sales is continuously increasing uh, at a specific elevation. Okay, at very large rate until 2003, and in between 2003 to 2004, the sales amount is almost constant. Okay, there is nothing drop, nothing raise in the amount. Okay, this is how we can represent. But let's say you may want to plot this data by or you may want to compare the data for various categories. What you can do, you can compare that also. How to compare? Okay, let's say I wanted to break the sales by the occupation. So what I can do, I can simply select the visuals, and if I go down, there is something called legend. Okay, there is something called legend. So in the legend, you can bring your occupation. So for each of the occupation, each type of occupation, it will create the line, and it will shows the trends. You can simply say that professional people's the sales for professional people's, or the order by the professional people's, continuously increasing. Even the orders by the skilled manual peoples has been decreased in 2004 as compared to 2003. So okay, so this is how you can compare the trends. Okay, and what happens by the category and all. So this is what the use of line chart. Okay, so there is one more feature. Okay, so far what we are doing, we are viewing the data for the year. Okay, but if you may want to view the trend by quarter. Okay, what you can do, you can go, and here is the option to deep dive into or go to the next level. Okay, by simply turning on the drill down, and if I say drill down, it will allows you to jump on the next level. Okay, so if you dive from here, it will show the data for quarters. Okay, if you dive from quarters, it will show the data for month. Okay, and if you want to view the data by day, you can view the data. Okay, so this is how it creates, and there is a drill up option also, so you can use to change the view. Okay, so this is how line chart can be used. Now let's see how we can format this visual. Okay, you may want to add the background image for this chart, or you may want to do some other changes. You may want to change the color of these lines. So everything is possible with respect to that in case of formatting. Okay, so if you go, so here you can say that what is important, or what what and all things you can format. Okay, so it is categorized in the form of x-axis, y-axis, secondary y-axis, legend, then grid line, zoom slider. Okay, so these are the categories. What you want to change, you need to identify. Okay, let's say if I wanted to make the changes with respect to this. Okay, so there is a type of line. So if I say categorical, it will show the line in this way. Okay, or if I say continuous, it will show the line from zero, meaning y-axis, to end of the chart. Then if you want to select the range of date, you can select the range of date also here. So from 2001 to 2014. Okay, if I go and okay, I think I can enter the date also. So if I say 01 hyphen 01 hyphen, if I say 1999, okay, and 31st hyphen 12 hyphen 005. Okay, so in this way I can enter the range also. Okay, I can enter the range also, right? Then if I go to the x-axis, okay, sorry, let me select the visual first. And then if I go to the x-axis, so date, minimum and maximum range you can enter. Then if you want to make the changes, okay, to the values, you can change, okay, whatever the values plotted along the x-axis, meaning the as a label, okay, you can see that. So that value size you can change. Font family you can change the size. Okay, if I wanted to increase the size, I can increase. If you want to make that bold, italic, underline, so it's up to you what to do. Then if you want to select the color for that, you can do that based on the conditions. Okay, based on the rules, you can select the color also. Okay, unit you can change. Okay, values unit in thousand and all, since this is number. Okay, so it is coming up for the unit, but this should not. Okay, since we have data in year only. Okay, so if you want to show the title of x-axis, you can enable this. Otherwise you can uh, off this, turn off this. If you want to enter the title, okay, by default it picks the column name, but if you want to change this, you can do that. You want show what to show title only. There is only one option. Then if you want to change the style of title, color, yes, it is possible, right? Then not only this, same things are there. Okay, you can set the minimum and maximum value range for the y-axis also. So minimum and maximum range, it's up to you. Okay, you can if you want to invert the range, you can simply say invert the range. Okay, I mean the value will start from 0 at the top and all. So it will invert the graph. Then if you want to have logarithmic scale, there is an option. If you want to make the changes with respect to the values on y-axis, so we can do that also. Y-axis title you can turn off on. If you want to change the title, you can change color and all, everything you can do. Okay, there is something called secondary axis. We use this axis whenever we use the combi chart. Okay, so that I will discuss in my next video, but let's jump to the legend. Okay, so here is an option. Okay, where to show the legend. Okay, I will say top center. Okay, this is what my favorite location, and I would like to, if you want to select the change the style. Okay, what you can do, circle default. You can, if you say okay, markers, then lines, and then line and marker. So like this, you can change the style. Okay, I will keep this as a default. So this is just an indication what is the color that representing which category. Okay, This is what about the legend. And then there is something called text. Okay, you can change the font and the color of text. Even if you want to keep the title, you can keep. If you want to change the title, you can change, or you can disable the title also. There is something called a grid line you can do. You can use that zoom slider and all. So there is a way to apply these, okay, more settings like lines. And let's say you may want to change the line type. Okay, so you can change this to dashed line. You can change this to dotted line also. You can join type, you can consider the meter join type, you can change, then round, and then bevel. Okay, so this will reflect in case of, okay, this is very small, it is changing. Okay, then stroke width, if you want to change the size of line, you can change. Okay, then stepped. Okay, so in this way you can change. Okay, instead of showing the continuous line, you can create the chart, change the line chart as a step. Okay, so you can have the data in this way also. Even there is options to change the colors, right? If you want to change the color for any specific category, you can change the color from here. Okay, then we have something called markers. Okay, markers are off by default. If I enable this, it will mark, it will show the data points. Okay, it will highlight the data points like dot and all. And what type of data points you want to, you can change the style. Okay, then let me select the triangle. If you want to select the X, you can select. Okay, so this is how you can change the marker style. Let me keep default one. And size you can increase if you want to increase, you can decrease if you want to decrease also. Okay, so if it is not greater than 3, so you will not be able to see. That is what the line size 2 pixel is. Okay, so if I keep this 3 pixel and more, it will work. So like this you can enable the markers also. Then data labels, if you want to add the data labels, you can add the values. Data labels is nothing but values. Okay, if you want to make the changes with respect to the visualization of data labels, you can change. You can see above, by default it is above, but if you want to show the under, okay, so you can change the style like this. So these are the options already there. Okay, you can simply change the label density. Okay, if I reduce this to 0, or if I increase this, I'm not sure what this happens, I never use. Then values, background. Okay, background, if you want background color of the data labels, if you want to change, you can change. Then series. Okay, let's say series label. If you want to add the label for the series, yes, it is able to. It has this option also. If I disable, by default it is disabled, but you can enable that. And then plot area background, you can add the image to this plot area background. Okay, if I go, what is my, and where is my, okay, so if I wanted to add this image, you can select the image as a background for your chart. So this is all about the settings or formatting options. Even these are with respect to the visuals only. Okay, there is few more general options. You can go for the properties and you can change the height and width of this. Then you can change the title. Okay, then effect, background and all. So like this, we have many more options to format your visuals. Let's say if you want to turn your chart into the area chart, what you can do, you can simply select the visuals and just go and click on the area chart. It will create the area chart for you. Okay, it will fill down the area below the line. Okay, but that by the line of color. Okay, it will add the shades until the x-axis. Okay, so this is what the difference. Otherwise, both can be used for the same purpose. Okay, so it's up to you what to use, either line chart or bar chart. It's up to you. I hope you like the content of this video. Thank you so much for watching the video. Have a nice day.